Hello there. Welcome back. We're not too far in, so won't have missed much. Welcome to the stream. I didn't feel like taking a shower today, so my hair is up. But get things going. I just got to do one more thing on the stream side. For some reason, Streamlabs doesn't let me label what game I'm playing when I make the stream. I have to go into my account and go to the live itself and add, like, say like this is Disco Elysium that I'm playing, and that just helps it circulate a little bit more. I don't know why you have that, but save. I also forgot to upload the thumbnail. All right, it's there. Boom. Oh, I also updated my little backdrop over here. Kind of hard to see, I guess. Hold on, let me. This you got right here. You got my Maximilian dude figure. That's pretty sweet. Pretty happy I got that. Uh, I added some more guys behind me here. I got the I call him the Groker because he's Grogu Joker, the Groker. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I also have a problem where my normally I watch, like, I connect my camera directly wired in, and it just does not want to wire in for me anymore. I don't really know why, but it's been doing Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is kind of stinky. Like it chugs a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed that. I've noticed it. I might I might try to change the cord on this real fast before I start. Let some more people. Sorry, this will just be another quick second, and then it should be good. I don't know. I might have to just suffer today. Any sense? Find plug file, and then it kind of stopped working. How very fitting. Okay, now it's not connecting at all. Come on, man. All corruption. Okay. Yeah, I should have gone on earlier, but got up a little late today. And I'll dip the quality a little bit. All right. We're set up again. Let's get going. Putting this off for too long. 12 minutes into the stream, haven't even started the game. Slacking. I'm lacking. Hi there. Riveting. Truly riveting. Let's get into something that actually is riveting. This very in-depth and impressive game. I wouldn't say I'm like hooked yet, if I'm being honest. But I am intrigued. Oh yeah, I forgot to put batteries in my controller. That would have been a good idea. That's okay. Yeah. Let's look at the book. What do we have? So that was the one. This is what I wanted to try to do today to start. Still have to wait a day for that. Still have to get the body down, which we need to find the whatever person. The union worker, like the union manager. That was something that we needed. Hey, buddy.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
What if I told you I am a hobo, or soon to be one, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? But I need those leftovers to survive.
Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre. was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Yum, tell
He
me
killed
more.
himself.
Oh, okay. Maybe I am
What are we
Krasmazov.
talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait, Whisper. What if
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
All right, well, we need those
What
keys.
for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Yes. Yes, goodbye. About that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I
A
owe you?
lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real. Like what?
Okay, well. Yeah, Purple Shirt Guy's a dick. What's back here?
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
How come there's word on the
You keep
street?
saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their
I don't think I've said all that.
literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
The mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder?
The
Or do we
BCB?
get right down to it?
I can opt into the communism. What should I do? Should I opt into the communism? I beat down and broken. Roll up your sleeve. My sleeves are already rolled up. It's true. I have to opt into the communism. What are the odds that my sleeves would literally be rolled up right now?
Oh
All right.
yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Firing squads? You didn't say anything
Too
about
late
those.
to back out now. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few million eggs.
Roll up my sleeves further and breathe in the pristine air. I guess I can a little further. Thought gained. All right, let's learn how to be Mazovian socioeconomic. -2 to visual calculus. Oh, I can't even internalize this. Oh, because I've already got slots in. Are any of these like stupid? All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. This -1 electrochemistry is kind of weak. Maybe I should forget how to be a feminist. Oh, so you get both of these. +2 authority and +1 empathy. And what is this one? -1 composure. Feels extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. More money from selling tear. Learning cap from shivers. Oh, I don't know. I can't see what the solution would give me. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago, a fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right until he woke up today, a spiritual course responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. They do unlock speech. Oh, wait, I could... There you go. Yeah, we'll just do that. Internalize. That might have been a bad idea, but I don't care. We're playing this game YOLO. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Hello, coffee drinker.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug.
It's
This
drinking
must
coffee.
be the Whirling's cook.
It's drinking coffee communism.
As you step in, he
I may
nods
have to kill
toward
this
the
guy.
table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Okay.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Stay masculine?
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. What a weird thing to say. Hey, what's that? Money? I'll take that. It's not yours, right?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
That is true. Let's touch
The
the door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame
I'm touching it
on
right now.
every side.
Try to push on
The
it.
door does not budge.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a
Lieutenant-
door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt
It is
blue.
quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
No. The door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue
It's
Door.
hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
I don't want to fucking talk to Gart anymore, bro. Hey, wait, there's a guy down here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Who are you? You gotta spend money to make money. Money is what really matters. Hey, there's a guy asleep here. Can I wake him up? Bottle of rum has been knocked over. A beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Sir. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud cake boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
I got a benefit from crashing into that? Oh, let's roll.
There is
Yeah!
only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Wake up! This is an order! I am the law!
Why the yelling, man?
This 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive
Looks
look.
like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
You're alive? You looked out for a long
Wait.
count there.
What? No, he was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police.
Respect
more
the
than they
police.
usually do, at least.
See anything interesting in your dreams? Sure.
Thank God, no.
Was it a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred like corpses to a mausoleum? Was it pure nothing, your conscience no larger than a single grain of malt? Tell me, was it a bliss free of X somethings? The
worker
fathomless darkness.
stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains.
Tell me about the Wild
Wakefulness
Pines.
and detection.
Tell me about the Wild
That's
Pines.
the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
Of course, it's a total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
Why are you sleeping here while the others are out striking?
Nate got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep.
For you,
Or
man.
was.
Or was. Who's behind organizing the
We
strike?
are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
You mean there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
What about the dead body in the yard? Did you do it?
What about it?
You seem cool with it. Do you have many of these hanging from the trees here?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
He was under the tree, but I respect what you're saying. Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
He knows
The
something.
lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
I'm a real detective. I'm the goddamn Sherlock Holmes.
Indeed. Help yourself to some.
No way.
No. Oh, it's empty.
Aw.
Sorry about that, pal.
All right,
The
let's just
dock
leave.
worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Mad respect for that guy.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes,
What are its hallmarks?
clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty
The
fascinating.
sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Cool. Thanks. I got that key. Let's go use that key. I don't want to talk to Gart yet about that door. I'll give him the key back once I've used it.
This trash container is locked.
Oh.
This trash can, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What?
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine.
Yeah,
little
Hobo
cop.
Cop,
Dive
baby.
into that dumpster for extra content.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in here?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The
Now open
smell
it.
of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
All right, look under the
You
cart.
see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Well, let's pick at the rest.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab the
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Interesting.
Drop them in here, officer.
Lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the Whirly might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Dig in Hobocop
Wow.
style.
An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
It's a knock cannon.
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000 easy, unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll sell.
No, you won't, because none of those things
Damn
are
it.
real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest. There must be
All
something.
you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron,
An antique.
only in its social sensibility.
Take it. Oh no.
The container
Kim.
sounds a muffled gong.
I'm sorry, Kim. I didn't mean
That's
to
one thing
offend.
off the list.
Can I sell? Oh man.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Look at all that
Oh
content.
boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This is a mug of. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your innate ideology. The mug will be useful by announcing it. I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can anyone laugh anymore? Yeah.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work.
Damn it.
Just finish your case, detective.
He's right. Oh yeah. I didn't look
An
at
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Okay.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Knows about history. I should know about history, bro. I'm like a genius. All right. Okay, so that takes care of that one. We ran the number on the victim's armor, which I still have to wait till day 2 to mess with that. Oh no. Fucking Kuno. Oi, Kuno! You know where the fucking armor
Does
went?
Kuno care?
He doesn't care.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
Oh, you're on drugs.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a battle.
Oh.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
These characters are just beyond obnoxious.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it. Yet, that conclusively explains how the coke got up there.
Conclusively. Powder residue.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
That's okay. I've
Good
heard
call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Want to discuss the body with you.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his
Kuno
armor?
doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean he threw it
Kuno
away?
tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the
Yeah.
sea?
That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean the troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno.
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Tell me about the
What are you
contusions.
talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. You're stupid.
Get the fuck out of here calling Kuno stupid. Pigs come to Kuno for guidance, then say he's stupid. The fuck is up with that?
They're lost without you, Kuno. They need you. You're in control of this.
Why don't you figure your shit out yourself before you come to Detective Kuno for help?
Maybe we should.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost,
Awesome.
Kuno doesn't.
Did I figure out what I needed to figure out? Yes, okay. Still need to figure out how to get the body down. Still need to figure out the malignant and thing. Also, still need to pay for that. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world as huge as this. Maybe you'll just stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Ask about the tattoo's possible means. I need to find someone who would know about that. Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Let's head to the shortwave since it's right over here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Didn't Guard give you some
Yes,
number?
hold on.
Okay.
Her number is 005 1944 298.
Dude, they are something else. Those
Proceed.
fucking kids.
Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
The song's in Terminator? I have some questions.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
You quit your job at the Whirling.
Why
Why?
did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from who?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Okay, did you leave because of Guard?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out.
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Okay, was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the
No,
call?
sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
So that's
It was
pretty
someone
big.
else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse.
Have you seen my badge?
I know who you are. You're a police
No,
officer.
I mean like I lost
the
it.
law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't.
Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Kim does have a uniform.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
All right, look.
There are officers
Semantics.
who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Oh my god. What did I do?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
What did
you
I
were
do?
waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what?
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
It's a joke. Can we not make a joke anymore?
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting
Some
at.
poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
I mean, why would I mean, look at the world. I would love to
There
stay.
is silence on the other end of the line.
Okay, I probably should have
No,
killed myself.
please, no more suicide threats. Thank God.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this
See,
world.
that's kind of why. That's what I'm getting at.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Guns can buy money. Guns can buy money.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
I pawned my gun? Oh, no.
I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember
I'm
anything.
not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua
The
thing?
bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Yeah, the bird's an
I think
asshole.
you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was an asshole. That sounds like me. Bitch bird got what was coming to her.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
You're telling me that I was the one who made you quit.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Damn.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you,
Go on, I want to know what I
well,
did.
you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about
The
the
hell
song.
with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
Successful experiment, I
I
might
tried
add.
to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
I don't
And
know
then
what I meant
you said
either.
Something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
Sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the
Ugh.
kitchen.
Yikes.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Yeah, I get it. I wasn't a very
No,
good
you
tenant.
really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I am truly sorry for everything,
God,
Sylvie.
I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
When I spoke to Guard, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad
Aw.
timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
What else did I sing besides the O? I'm looking for a song.
All sorts of things. Some disco.
Disco!
Rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify this one particular
Which
song.
one would that be?
One that was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans. Richard, that writer.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Right, thank you.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I think that's it.
57's over.
In the cabin, you see...
Nice.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
What is that?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Sorry, cop.
Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay, but what? Won't the other cop types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine.
All right, that's fair.
They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything.
I am sorry,
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
That won't happen.
Damn it. All right. So now I need to, I guess, get this one. You're one sorry piece of shit. A cop penitent, flagrant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat of 9 tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it, really. Criticize yourself. Who knows? You might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. I don't have an unlock for this one, so we will leave it be. Okay, quick timeout, quick break. I have to use the restroom. I will be right back. Give me like 3 minutes. My apology for the break there. Whoop. Okay, let's get back into this. Alright, I drink my amino acids. I drink those for recovery. And I drink them right before streaming. I try to drink them earlier, but if I drink it right before, like, right after drinking them, I usually have to pee quite a few times. I don't know why totally, to be honest. Let's go talk to Gart again. Let's help him get a girlfriend. Apparently that's what we're doing. And then also, I think I need to give him the keys back.
Can I help you?
Here's trash container.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Someone on your staff had put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service?
That's
CS
true.
Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Thanks.
Yes?
I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me,
Wait,
not you.
what? But what about the bird?
The bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She said it was just an accident.
Why didn't she just tell me that? I don't care about stuffed birds. I care about my employees. All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said you're nice, but also her employer. I mean, come on, the power vertical here. She said she was flattered. It was just a
Really?
bad time.
I should give her a call then.
The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and stares at the counter.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question.
Yeah.
First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
We sing it to hell.
Your body is ready, sire.
Okay. Thanks. All right, there you go. Good luck getting a girlfriend, pal. Hope you lay down the law. That's what I call my penis. I think in character of this guy here, I think he would call his penis the law. So when I say lay down the law, it's kind of this cool double entendre thing I just did. It probably went over your head. It's okay. Track down your gun. Who put the clothes in the trash? Who else is under that? Might take a while. Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. I don't think so. We don't need to talk to Kuno. Pay for damages. Can't afford that shit. I still need a big thing. Big thing. A big... Thank you! I worked really hard on it. Ask the Jolly Mesk about the armor. Okay. I don't know who the Jolly Mesk is. It said at the gates, right? I'm guessing it's not you. Or is it you?
Right to work!
Yeah, not you. Can I go... I didn't go all the way up here. That's where I made the mistake. In case of strike, press button behind the guard. Aromatically sealed door, locked to the electronic means. Locked by electronic means. There is no lock picking or door kicking this one. Well, I wouldn't have been able to kick it anyway. Nobody comes close to Measurehead. Well, I want to talk to Measurehead.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
What?
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Morphophysiology? A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you
It
look.
must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Am Sandwich. You
Am
are
Sandwich?
not in danger. Because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Hey, I mean, forget the girl, you know? He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic.
Oh, I was
your own
one point off.
heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Pedomorphic?
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
What do you mean my body betrays my
You
degeneracy?
have succumbed to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Oh, do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant. Al
That's
Ghul
me.
is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
More desert pigs.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and their Rolam Al Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
I don't think that's how history
Why
works.
don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
Yeah, was it really so bad?
It's not good.
Oh, damn it. I don't know, bro. I just drink a little on the weekends.
No,
just
you
Take down the body.
don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
The ham sandwich race.
Show him the ham still got it. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there. You're just him after pumping some iron? Hell yeah.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures.
Oh my
Like
god.
the
Get
deformed
over
aliens
it.
and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Kroikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted.
Okay.
You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I don't think about...
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
That's
It
fine
is,
by
baby.
me.
Yeah, you know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree. Is there a problem who put that dead body? Your people should get... I know your people
Enough
comments.
with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
We don't need war, bro.
Bring your troops to the Seminole
I don't
Islands
have
and
troops.
to Boogie Street, and we will
I'm just a ham
pulverize you.
sandwich.
When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Okay.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Well, wouldn't that mean I have to become a 70s supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you.
Okay.
You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an
Advanced racism? Know anything about this bug? Oh, I have to know. You know anything about this bug?
Does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Okay. Racism 302. What else tattoos supposed to be?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability.
Okay, that's true, but I don't know that my head has
anything
anything to do with that.
standpoint. The dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur la Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sir Leclef and the other Vesper.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
All right, well, it kind of seems like my only option is to become an advanced racist.
Go ahead.
I
Don't be
failed.
shy. Just ask for race secrets.
92% and I fail? Oh my god.
That's understandable. Jean-Luc Measurehead is a sage and an intellectual giant of race theory.
This is a terrible
Who
idea.
are you, handmaiden of Al Ghul?
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Over the whirling roofs of the yard? Can I make that jump to my jacket? Would that get me to the other side? Bro, I couldn't even be racist if I tried. That's not true. We all have subtle prejudices that we're not aware of. Everyone's a little bit racist. Sometimes. Doesn't mean we go around committing hate crimes. Sorry, that's a musical. If anyone's aware of Avenue Q. It's a great musical. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, hell yeah.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
3%. Do it. Damn it. I want to fail this so bad he just, like, dies. That is true.
Nope, no. That's still too...
Sure.
Okay.
Just be careful, okay?
What do I do? We need to find the Union person. Where is that person? That's like the one major character that I feel like I've like heard about that I haven't actually found. This space down here. This town did like loop up, I think, right? Yeah, like over here. Can I go this way? What's over here? Bird. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. No, I can't get past Measurehead. I can't accept racism.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Conceptualize.
You have
It would
no
be
clue.
so funny if
It's
I got
just
that
a wall.
check after failing the 92% one.
So many walls.
All right, whatever. 1 cent. Let's go. Yeah, back here. What's this? Garden hose. This won't be of any use until the snow melts. Go in here?
There must be another way into the building.
Dude, was he fucking base boosted? What the fuck? That made me jump so bad. What the hell, Kim? That was rude.
Now they show up.
Was that just me? Like, was I the only one that heard that? Did that not come through on stream? Dude, that scared the shit out of me. Put this hat on. Dumbass. +1 drama. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Conceptualization and suggestion. That's a thing? Base boosted turbo chem? Well, I'm glad it wasn't just it wasn't just me. Half full rainbow. Cool. Does he do that every time I click on this?
I can't get
No,
involved
he just
in
did
this.
that randomly. Okay. That scared me. That actually scared me. Belly of the boat shines with the, like it was recently painted. Okay, nice. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, roundabout north. Capeside Apartments. Something in the trash can for me?
Hey, up here, piggo.
Alright, hi. For the motorcycle and a repair and tools used to assemble it. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Hold on, let me look at all this shit real fast. Looks like there was more construction here once decades ago. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A. Your room in the Whirling isn't much bigger than the sloop. It's worth more than you'll ever earn in your whole life. Oh, so you're rich as fuck, aren't you?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Why do I care what her middle name stands for? Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Thank you.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Hey,
Very unusual.
don't fucking call me out
But
on
I can
names
assure
like
you
that.
of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And
Okay.
that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself,
You missed the
centuries
mess?
ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
You're in good company. it
Why,
seems.
thank you.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty, Measurehead is a very interesting character, that's for sure. Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits a sloop. She grasps the mainspring
A
for balance.
conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these
They
billions?
started as an
Yeah,
exploration and
he's
cargo
interesting.
fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Easterlers 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
I love him. I'm a big fan. He made me significantly more racist. Well, does a huge place want with a place
You
like
mean
this?
aside from being
Huge
the
system.
terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world.
There
That's
are
quite the
no
number.
minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Ooh, what can you tell me about the
Everything.
strike?
Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Kinda sounds like the
Now they
work.
won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
How are talks going before the
Let's
lynching?
say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
Wasting it all on
And when did you
hyper.
first
Like,
arrive?
it's not even like critical race theory. It's like I don't. It's so far beyond critical race theory. It's fucking
I arrived
what,
3
like
weeks ago.
race supremacy?
Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took
Interesting.
over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Well, what are their demands? Like, that's what I want to know. Yeah, what are their
There are
demands?
leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes.
I know they said they wanted ownership.
Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its
Ugh.
Martinez terminal.
Okay,
Just
I
so
can
you
understand that.
This is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
I don't know if I don't know if I want to make a comment about this. It's interesting. It actually is compelling. Like, how would you fundamentally even work this way? Sorry, I'm thinking about the ethics of this.
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position.
That would make sense.
A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Gotcha.
This checks out.
Yeah. What happened to Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off,
yours-
midget.
Oh, okay.
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Ah, cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Yeah, the previous strikes definitely make sense, right? Like, they follow in line with standard, modern, like, ethical workplaces, in the sense that they're like, hey, if we're making people work, we should protect their health, and if they are forced to work extended periods of time, they should be paid extra for sacrificing the time spent outside of work or with their families or what have you. So it's like those kind of make sense, and then we get into this almost like, I don't know what the word I want to use for it, but this almost, you know, they're being fed kind of like an idea of being in power and running and operating the company, regardless of the logistics of it. It almost like the first thing that popped in my head hearing about it, it reminds me of kind of like the MAGA movement in a sense, where it's just like, you know, we're kind of constantly fed this like, yeah, all the immigrants are bad. If we get immigrants out of here, then all of a sudden everything is fixed, you know? Like, but let's talk about the logistics of removing immigrants, how expensive that is, how you go about actually checking them, the losses. Like, even illegal immigrants pay taxes. That's not something people commonly know. Illegal immigrants pay literally billions in taxes year to year. So it's like, it kind of reminds me, like, I'm immediately getting those kind of undertones. And of course, an American person here immediately comparing this foreign interaction to an American situation is that is very on the nose, right? But it is compelling, you know. It has me thinking. This is the most interesting interaction in the game so far, now that I'm getting more details about the strike itself. Very, very interesting.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
Did you put them at the gate?
Scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Right, too. And that's why I'm like, wow. Like, if we're really dipping our toes into this, like, deep conversation now, and we're only going to get more details and more depth, like, I'm starting to get kind of that excitement of, like, where is this going to go?
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity.
That was, yeah, they were
If you can
mentioning.
say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There are two of them? This is getting out of hand.
Yes.
Now there
Edgar
are two
looks
of them.
exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the unit itself outside the brothers?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see.
I like
Would you
that.
say the Debardeurs Union is...
I don't like these options. I guess this inherent version of the union, because we have to keep in mind that this is not the union was working as the union is supposed to, giving them overtime, giving them medical support. But then someone corrupt comes into the union, takes it over, and is trying to abuse the union's power for their own self-interests and gains. So in that sense, I wouldn't say a socialist mob. And it's obviously not an effective advocate at this point, because like that's the issue, is that right now people are not working and they're sacrificing their gains. The union, the person running the union, yeah, they've been corrupted at this point. I'm gonna go Giant Leech.
And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
This is something I would love to know about.
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some potentially extortion.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter.
No, I think she said that the union was fine. It was once a perfectly normal institution 20 years ago anyway, and must not have been easy to establish under Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized later at its best, they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it. So the union was not run by the brothers the whole time. 20 years ago. 20 years ago anyway. So was the election 20 years ago, or are they saying it was established 20 years ago and it was normal? Yeah. So when did this forewoman, did they say when? There was a woman, but they haven't said when this happened.
the point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Okay.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
The previous forewoman of the Union, and she disappeared. And then, yeah, they just listed these forewomen. So they get rid of this woman, they take over, then they kind of spread this corruption. What is, do I have a date? Like, what is today in the game? Like, I know it's Monday, but, because they said that this Union issue started in December. It is snowy, so I kind of expect it to still be early on in the year. And she said, what, 3 weeks ago? No, they said she was the former forewoman. So she was in charge, and then they ran what looks like an election between her and another one. Oh, did it say it was March? 3 months? Oh, my God. I can't go back to that. What happened to... I don't know. Let's
Of course. How else can I help?
Let me click on this again.
Mr. Clare, fuck off, midget. Keep in mind.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
I don't know. I can't quite see it. I remember reading something that mentioned December, but I don't... Now I can't remember what it was.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost. Of course not. Everard is the most corrupt individual Yes. Edgar looks... It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. With a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much. The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly organized...
A mob.
Refreshing. And your opinion, Indeed. And of course.
All right, well, we'll pass.
How else can I help?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about the
Quite
lynching
a
first.
few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Badge number?
Of course,
Come
ma'am.
on.
We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
See. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
It's possible after a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the
Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe
honestly,
you,
that was an
naive
impressive
as that may
response.
sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more
Yep,
until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. Feelings
Damn it.
will guide the way.
Madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the
I
case
assure
of
you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer. You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Okay. I didn't have to step away. I'm going to step away anyway because lore.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
I thought it was
This
going well.
woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser.
That's a good point.
Either
Asking
way,
for the badge
we've
number
played
was
straight
interesting.
into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Interesting.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
Because I guess if we investigated, it could allow her to break the strike. Huh. So it's like we're just working for her. But if they are drug trafficking, shouldn't we investigate that? Unless the drug trafficking is just not real and it's just, I don't know. You propose we don't investigate the drug
No.
trafficking?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end.
Okay, that's a good point.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Could also just find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation
Didn't know
might
you
have
measured
changed
it.
drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Yeah.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Before I go to the drug trafficking,
That's
let's
the man
finish
who
these
was
other
killed.
questions.
I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know
Better
something.
not tie the Force Day to the Bat's Day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
You seem rich. Can I have some money? Okay, fine.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the
Yes.
terminal?
After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrart and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about.
Gotcha.
One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
That is true. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded like that, is it?
We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge. And the
Interesting.
operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, why didn't you come to them
did.
earlier?
On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
That
We
tracks.
know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
What proof do you have that the union is
How do you think
involved?
they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
That's true. That doesn't
There
make
was
sense.
a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
Do you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for
Precisely.
drugs?
Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Okay, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. We'll take the case, probe the drivers, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing,
already
or
talked to
it
one
may just
earlier.
blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Can you give me money?
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay. We are definitely learning. Let's take a look at... What did I pick up new here? Nothing? Okay. I don't know why it was orange. Alright. The JM mystery. Interrogate the drivers about the smuggling. And then we need to find out what she knows about the lynching. This one, yeah, this one's kind of dried up lead. There's the secret passageway. I didn't talk to him about that. I guess I could. That seems side related. Then I need to find my gun, which it sounded like I pawned off my gun. I don't know where the badge is though. I gotta pay for the damages. Pay for damage you cause in the world of rags, or you won't have a place to stay tonight. Ask around for money. Careful what you're spending. Yeah, I haven't really gotten all that close money-wise, so... Do I have to ask people for money?
You better keep
A
walking.
sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here. Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not
No,
joking.
I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Okay. Can I talk to this person from down here?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who
Well,
are
it looks
you?
like they're flowing red with paint right
I'm
now.
Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yeah, I'm nervous about the Real, but I'm trying not to ask for money. Just said some questions.
Ask away, pigman. But I don't promise to answer.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
Hashtag grind, yeah. Hey, do you know anything about that murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Fucko. Is that a real insult? Did anybody call someone fucko before? Like bucko? But fucko? What are you doing on the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to
Have
write?
you ever tried your hand at graffitio?
Yes.
When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely
I don't like
lacking
using the
in
word
habit.
defacing, but...
Not even the occasional trash can fire
I like
to break
graffiti
up the
art.
tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Damn it.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Oh, nice. You keep looking off the side. What are you
The
looking at?
lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
What? She turns her head to the face, nods. Why do you say
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features.
that? Girl-ish.
The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
You mean Joyce?
On
She's
a
so nice.
first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
I mean, I was just nervous, but,
Watch your
you know,
back,
whatever.
ungulate. You've got eyes on
Ungulate?
you.
Okay, well, all right. That's what you say. Okay. Let's go talk to this guy back here. At some point, I will learn something nice. The balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging.
So much for a quiet smoke.
Or not? Whatever. Well, let me click on it.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
No trouble for me. I just want to know what's
I
going
don't
on
want to
here.
be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole
Yeah, that's what I was
thing.
thinking. Actually, the gendarmerie really need to talk
Is
to
it
you.
really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
You tell me your
My
name.
name? My name is Martin Martinez.
I don't think that's
definitely
yeah.
not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez,
No,
are you?
of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent, like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured.
Ask him
back.
again.
Listen,
and I
really
really
need your name.
need to finish this cigarette.
But he hasn't left yet.
Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the
I'd
hanging?
even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh.
He
You
waves.
asked me that, didn't you?
He waves lazily with a cigarette.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Pretty sure I did.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Yeah. The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs, dead houseplants.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of
He was
friend?
my Sunday friend.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
All right, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
Takes one last drag of a cigarette before stumbling it out.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen. I am just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the
But,
edge.
hold on.
Rail.
What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Interesting. What a mysterious young man. Thank you.
He's gone.
That went a long time. The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Right, he probably didn't have anything important to say anyway.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Yeah,
if we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that.
Mazovian Socioeconomics.
Oh, nice.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad.
This one
He is
kinda
starting to
doesn't feel
suspect
that
Krasmezov fucked him over personally with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Cool. I have two other ones, but I don't really know. Got no fucking bonus from this one. -1 authority. I'm already losing authority, man. We'll leave that be. He pointed at a stone. What stone? Door's locked. This stone.
A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
Are we gonna find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Now I can go in here. Oh, let's go. What's this? +1 logic, -1 authority. Dude, I'm losing authority out the wazoo. What the hell? Hell yeah. We're looking drippy now. +1 interfacing. Is it different? Because the way it's phrased makes it sound like it's not, like you get both. Temporary research bonus, and then bonuses from the thought. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, because this is grayed out, actually. Yeah, you're right. I don't know that I even like this one, though. No? I'm almost tempted to forget it. Because you get -1 to each of those, and you get the 4 XP, which I guess the XP is nice. Because you only get 5 XP, right? A lot of the time. So now I would get 9 XP. That is a pretty significant boost. Are any of these good? That's the other thing I don't know. I kind of like these thoughts, but some kind of superstar. I don't know. We'll leave it be for right now. The box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. Fiction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Missing pets? A lot of missing pets around here. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12, a loud, rumbling snore comes from within. Bathroom. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Nice. Oh, we're getting there. We're so close to being able to pay that $100. Just go back outside. Straight upstairs. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Yeah, I know night's falling on the city, but what I'm gonna do with that, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. What's this? Nothing in there? Just a door, nothing for you here right now. Door to be remembered, 28. This is the door to apartment 29. Door to apartment 30. I can't get over. So we don't know which apartment is that guy's. Yep, 17%. We're almost there. 16.73%, really. Maybe I could just convince him to give me it. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism.
Communism!
In other words,
Inspect
the
it!
star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
The 3 definitive feelings of communism. Hope, disappointment, and fear. Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time, above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
Is it? Is it really?
Gone. Gone is the glory of hope.
No!
Only the scribblings
My
of
morale!
impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
God damn it. You're goddamn right. It's me, baby. I
This
am the
door
communism.
has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Why would we want to break into some random citizen's apartment?
Why wouldn't we want to?
The lieutenant looks at you for a long moment, then blinks once, but he knows it wouldn't make much of a difference.
I suppose if one were committed to it, there's a pair of chain cutters in the kinema.
Yeah, I'm not that committed to it right now. About this one.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
That might be our guy, so I'm gonna hold off a second. I just taking someone's mail, that's a federal offense. Their mailbox is overflowing. Ito says a firing squad for the rich. Cool. What's up, old lady? You wouldn't answer the door for me. You gonna let them be commies? I don't know.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
You alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
It is very
Now,
worrying.
what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
She's the cleaning lady. She's the one who cleans. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil. Right?
Smoking like the devil.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him.
Talk?
Jesus. Squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to
We
the
need to
balcony.
sweep, Jesse.
It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Okay, so 28.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, policeman.
It's one of the residents on
People
vacation.
come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I heard someone walking inside.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those
Interesting.
countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with
Okay.
trinkets and empty beer cans.
Yeah, who lives in the padlock door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean communism?
The symbol of what now?
Oh, you know. It's a symbol for contributing to the demise of our noble state in the name of some made-up world of equality. It has some noble aims, but it's also been used to justify terrible bloodshed. True. That's probably the best way to
The
put it.
cleaning lady shrugs and returns to sweeping.
I don't know
The
what
clash of
communism
ideas
is.
and atrocities are as far from her world as fairies and wizards.
Honestly, respect.
The artist.
I wish my world was like that.
Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Alright, thanks. Let's look at this, and let's look over here. Oh, waves crashing in the darkness. Okay. I'm gonna harass room 10, see what's up with that. But before I do that, quick bathroom break. Apologies, but I'll be back in just a moment or two. All right. Look, I know what I need to do. I'm just exploring. There's so much dialogue, so many different things I can do. I want to try to do as much as possible.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this?
Do I have to open the door?
Hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting
Do
defensive.
you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Oh, I'm not obligated to open the door.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Are you cooking morphine in there? I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
Don't hate me. It's kind of mean.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Ew.
Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour.
What are you doing now?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
I fuck shit up too. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent. But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the
Oh,
hallway?
that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3.
Conveniently
we closed
in line
the
with
apartment and planned on
when the
auctioning
strike
off the
happened.
valuables, but...
But
And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Nice.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny. Oh, it irks her. The incompetence.
couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They
Yeah.
have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable.
Yeah, you didn't have to give me the whole sales pitch. I'm
I'll
not
tell
interested.
you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. Don't
God, I
ask
hate-
me
I
what
hate real
happened with
estate.
the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Bro, my landlord would have fucking, like, stapled some tinfoil over the hole and just painted over it, you know? I guess that's all.
Of course.
Hey, do I need to tell you who was in there?
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Yes, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy. No one is coming. There will be nothing but squalor unless we start. Lax woman and sexual deviance. That's who will come. Spit. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. Unless we start I didn't even read that. Unless we start killing real estate agents. It didn't really register that that's what he said. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
All right.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
You must be mistaken. I'm a real radical.
Of course, a radical centrist.
No, anything
in
but
these
that.
bright and loud times where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out, sober thinking is a radical act.
I'm hungry, so today, I showed off yesterday what I was eating. Today we're doing the kettle-cooked jalapeno lays. Gonna try them out. Here's a real-time review with my laggy camera. Let's get some crunch in the microphone. How'd that sound? The jalapeno's a little faint. Does have some zest, but nothing too crazy. One hit the back of my throat. We're okay. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Not that bad. I enjoy it. Anyways.
It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
No. I'm too fiery for this watercolor ideology. I'm trying to develop more extreme and interesting opinions.
That's a pity. Real democracy was just around the corner for Revachol. All the leading citizens are waiting there, without you.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, she's gone. What's in here? Oh. To indirect modes of taxation? What? What does that mean? +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I mean, this one gives me -1 bear, so maybe it is better. They look nicer, too. Okay.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal.
What?
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Okay. Looks like a fine mattress. They should sell it to me so I can sleep outside because I don't have a room to stay in tonight. Oh, balcony. Yeah, I guess I am. All right. Talk to me, baby.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
That's fair.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home.
What?
I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
What? I guess it's too late.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right?
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory.
No,
Don't
I just
worry.
meant...
It's mostly all still here. You can remember things.
I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I want to do it now.
It's all right. We don't have to be here 9 p.m. sharp. I just need to write something down. Tomorrow evening, right here. Apartment...
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Oh my god, they're gonna make me wait till tomorrow. Oh my brother. Ah. That makes me mad. All right, take the exit. We have talked to so many individuals. Except this kid. I haven't talked to this kid, and I won't. I'm going to equip a pry bar, and I'm going to beat her head in. Anyways. Oh, I didn't go out on that balcony up there, actually. I don't know if I have to go in through this door or not. Do I get any new dialogue options if I go out the balcony to talk to the skull lady? Nope. Okay, well, turns out that door is unlocked. It's this door. Ooh, give me stuff. Give me stuff. Yeah.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Or my guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins of the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now.
So sad.
Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this? This damage?
The fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Wow.
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Okay. Sorry. Yo, what's up, girl? Taking that. You want to talk to me more?
Whoa, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you
Rude.
could do that with hooves.
With
But
hooves.
Here you are.
That's right. We've evolved. That's right. We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Okay, well. Oh, where does this go? Oh, shit. There's like a whole fucking coal thing in here. Yo, jeans! Less reaction speed. Enough coal to last several winters. Smells of chemicals. Is that really all the coal it takes? Does not look like that much coal to me. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Maybe I can ask her about that. Hey, are you sleeping over there?
Hello again.
Has that been the core of yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
Yeah.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to
It
do.
doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does.
He looks at the
Like
painter written
me.
on the wall.
Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Shoot, Piggy.
Fair. Okay, boxes. 225, damn! Above, tarp flaps in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rust. The door's locked, you can't get in. The chair's new, someone lives back here. Is this also Cindy? Okay, well, let's get out of the apartments. I can't talk to what's-his-name. We still haven't found the union foreman, so... Oh, whoops, foreman. So that's kind of something that needs to be done at some point. Where else can I go? Have I, like, been to the major places here in the town? Like, what's down here? Are you passed out? Okay. Take that. Like, this is just water. Nothing down here. Okay. Well, I understand that's what I, like, need to do, but...
Son, you've really let yourself go.
Oh.
It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition. Even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Yes, sir. Forged into organic steel, sir.
It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm with you.
Behold, world.
I got a Dan
Here
Campbell
walks
in my
a
head.
sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo Athleticus.
Well, hold on. Don't call me a homo. Just kidding. Should I put these on? Oh, it's like a net. It's just like, do I want less reaction speed or less savoir-faire? I don't know. I kind of want Coach Physical Instrument. Let's unlock one. Let's get this going. I want to become a physical god, a physical specimen. What am I getting? -2 encyclopedia. Well, at least it's gonna unlock pretty quickly. What is down this way? Anything? Oh, there's someone to talk to that I haven't talked to yet. Hey, only my friends call me that, pal. Healing item. Is there any negative to, like, leaving my health low? Fast cash for fast times. Oh, my gun. Is my gun here? Most military wear with few more eccentric fashions.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let my gaze run over the
The
streetlight.
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Oh, good point. Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Oh, okay. That's cool. But that's Roy. Is my gun in here? Leaving your volition damage actually lowers your volition score. Meaning you don't get its passive check dialogue. To my knowledge, that's the only downside. Okay, well, I suppose I'll get my morale up. Whatever. I'll just cap myself off again. Okay, I'll keep that in mind though. Thank you. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Oh, this was right by the door? Some kind of machine, an antique cash register?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
I don't think I do trust him.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Damn. What's above him?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on your tiptoes.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. a sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
You sure it's all what you ordered?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Then how do you know it's working?
Why doesn't he like music?
What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Alright, let's talk to him. Maybe he knows where my gun is.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
Okay, he's talking to me
His
like
courtesy
he
is
doesn't
not
recognize me.
insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting
Oh
you.
no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
That was me.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed. Typical vacuous consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, and recapitalize.
It keeps me entertained.
If yes, then what is he on? I must know. By the way, do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
So I was right.
This is a pawn shop.
No!
And it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it.
Weird. Who could that be?
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yes.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the city? Maybe she's a vigilante and wants to prove she can do our jobs better than
It's
we can.
possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A
But you sold
needle
her a
in a
gun.
haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Of course.
Okay.
Damn.
He definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
Let me have a look.
No, I don't need to do that.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
A shot put ball? Hey. There we go. That's big. Couple postcards. The lieutenant's handkerchief. Well, I'm not going to do that. That was nice of him. I'll sell you these postcards, though. Cool. I'd like to sell my clothes?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment, and especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I have no need for necrotic objects.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
Oh my goodness. Necktie. I haven't heard you speak before. I don't have anything else to sell.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay, well, we learned that my gun has been sold here. And a woman bought it. And she kept referring to herself as a pig, which makes me think of Cindy the Skull. Ooh. What am I getting from these? Interfacing? I could get electrochemistry. Kind of nice. Okay. How are you, sir?
Evening, officers.
A burly man hangs out
There
by
are
the
so
waterlock,
many
carving out
characters
a
in this
generous
game.
serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Look, we're going YOLO as possible in this playthrough. So if I sell something and it fucks something up, so be it. That's the game, baby. What are you doing here, man, on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Whoa, dude. Whoa, I don't need to know about the
From
salami
the
you're
corner
eating.
of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
No,
Very
not the
good
salami.
stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
How would you even get a car
The words,
over here?
Daredevil driver, sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
Let's go.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Yeah, let's go. All right, bye. What's this thing?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. The spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Wednesday morning. That guy's stuck over there till Wednesday? That sucks. Sucks for him. Okay, I saw another person over here.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Try one.
These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret.
Top them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers. Ultra serious.
Ultra
I
serious.
can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't.
No, I don't want to buy anything. Who are you?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing. Oh, you're very cool.
Makes both hands
Bang,
go.
bang, bang, bang.
Really? You think I'm
Oh,
cool?
yes. You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you.
Oh,
Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions. No need
Damn
to
it.
dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
You, I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know. It was just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask. I need to get some money somehow.
Yes. Money is very important.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
So where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh, no. Painstakingly?
That's right, officer.
Okay.
But it's a bad scene for business there.
I'll just let it be.
Too many regulations. Extremely bad for an independent local entrepreneur. Hey, why not support this local entrepreneur?
Oh my god. I don't care. I was accidentally racist. It finally happened. Gotta happen at some point. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. I didn't know it was racist. Alright. Well, I'm up to 33 real. Still quite a ways away from, where are you going? Still quite a ways away, though.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money...
$1.60. Bro, how am I supposed to get the real? How? Do I really just have to start asking people for money? I don't know where else I would get the money, you know? Oh, I didn't click on this. It's full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Cool. Oh, that old lady. I leave her alone. That is the one thing I can do. Oh my god. Well, let me ask my job for money. That's probably the only like. That's probably not as bad.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool, a metallic drawer, slide the pull-out toolbox.
Give me the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Oh, 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright,
I need money.
That's the negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said...
It is paramount.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over.
No.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Damn it. Well, at least I'm gonna be ripped
physical
now.
instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that... Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
Damn, okay. +2 physical instrument. Sweet. Okay. Fuck, what am I gonna do? Maybe I can talk to this guy and he'll ease up on me. Oh, there's a lot of people in here now. Can I sing karaoke? I guess I don't know the song.
Can I help you? What thing?
The mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
Old junk and dust?
Junk and dust.
So just to be clear, you don't know how to open it?
No idea. Don't want to either. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Cool. Okay, if they think it's the free warehouse, I should go ask the free lady, right? Does that make sense? Go talk to them. Because maybe I could get maybe there's a bunch of money in there, you know? Maybe I need to focus on getting that money. Hey, do you know about back of house?
Is this about the questions again? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with
She
here.
looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay, well, that just answers what that isn't, but it doesn't tell me what the door is. This is ridiculous. I am enthralled by the mysterious blue door. I want to know what's inside. Maybe I can knock it down.
You see a heavy steel door with...
Okay, no. Go talk to him again. Maybe he knows something else.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes?
He doesn't know anything. Nobody knows anything about the blue door. This is bullshit. Kim, what do you know about the blue door?
Yes?
Why did 41st send me?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Yeah,
just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct set me on this case because I'm a fuck-up, like as a joke?
I've considered it.
So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Ah, so you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far.
Yep.
Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
That's awfully sweet of you, Kim. Do you know anything about the blue
Hello,
door?
sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie. Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
What? Maybe I
You
have.
rascal.
I'm too old for you, and too married besides.
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place and time, she would have probably welcomed your attention.
Hell yeah.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but
oh yeah,
I
those
come
guys.
here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Are you okay? I'm very sorry I crashed into you earlier.
Oh, I'm perfectly all right.
The Rizzler.
I'm more worried about you. What was that?
It was like my body had a will of its own. I was running in, my torso turned, my hands were in the salute gesture. I'm sorry you had to witness.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad,
I can't
lost
do
person on
this.
earth.
Oh no, I don't want to take advantage of the sweet old lady. I don't have a bed to sleep in. I can't look.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn.
No!
The stuff tied you over.
No, she unfastens a gold commemorative pin from her left jacket pocket and drops it in your palm.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31. Dinghy races.
I promise I'll buy it back for you once I have the money.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back.
I'm taking advantage of a sweet old lady. How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Ooh, this guy?
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there's also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 heads are better than
Thank you,
2.
But Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible
I
place,
have
you
noticed
see.
that.
I'd slow you down.
Yep.
Perhaps another time.
I gotta get going now. All right, let's see how much this pin is worth. I highly doubt it's worth $65, but I will. I'll go find out. Maybe it is worth $65. All right, Roy.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Nope, still no clue. You obviously haven't been doing enough drugs lately.
That's fair. Something I'd like to
Sure. Let me have a look. San Baptiste summer dinghy rates is 31. What a pleasant time that was. So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you $3.20 for it. A pin from 31 ought to be priced at $3.10, but I added another 10
Bro,
cents.
that's not
just to
even
be
worth
nice.
it. That's not even worth it.
Sure thing. So, another time, perhaps.
Dude, I'm not selling her pin. She can have her pin back. If that was worth like $40 or something, I would have done it. $3? Bro, I can find $3 in trash if I go look hard enough. Probably, maybe. Bullshit.
Hello again, sweet. I
Take
hope
your
you were
pin back.
able to pawn that old trinket. Oh, thank you, dear. I confess I am glad to see it again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Can I kill him and then sleep in my
Can
room?
I help you?
About that money I owe.
Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
For the room and broken window. Yes.
Okay, well, here. I have this pry bar. Let me slam him over the head a couple times, and I'm sure that amount will go down. Oh, man. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. I really don't. I could go ask that one lady, the rich lady, for money. Maybe she'll give it. She is really rich. $65, that ain't much, right? Hey, that kid's not here anymore. That's good. Too late for her to be here. All right, rich lady. Rich lady, come here.
You're
Give me
back.
money.
Good.
Can I have
It's
money?
what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is
Oh, why
it?
not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
Nice fabric.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm not ashamed.
Oh, but you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money.
What?
Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Erdenil.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Can I have some money?
Voila,
Yes.
you're doing it.
You seem, help me, I'm poor, I need money. to
Ah,
keep living.
yes, of course. I'm sad to hear that. How much do you need?
$65.
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament?
I need 100 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
Let's go.
She removes a few notes.
Let's
and hands them to you.
go!
The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
I'm an honorable policeman, one of the few good
You're
in
right,
Revachol.
ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do.
Yep, I will do that. We're good! Woo! We're good! I did not take a bribe. That's not a bribe. It's the Emergency Care Act, bro. Read up about it. I'm gonna tell the precinct. They will be aware. They'll document it. You don't know nothing. You know what would have been a bribe? Sleeping on the streets in the
Inside, you
rain,
see a set of
getting
steering levers,
pneumonia,
a radio
dying.
microphone, a
How am
pull-out
I going to solve
toolbox,
cases?
and
How am I going to
the
help
soft
people
glow
like
of the
that?
fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57.
Call
Just
41.
a moment.
10-4, come in,
Oh, I can't
officer.
actually
Over.
report it.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Okay, I can't actually report it, but like I mentally reported it, right? Said it to me. Kim didn't even fucking, he didn't stop me. If it was bad, he would have stopped me, right?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got... Well?
Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
Wait. Oh.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Hey, and I already have tomorrow.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Kim, you don't want to bunk with me, bro? Oh.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Sure.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
Yeah?
I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Don't worry, Kim. I'll be in a much better
I
shape
look
tomorrow.
forward to that. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Evrard Claire, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
We will.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot.
What?
Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't like to waste time, you know? My mind moves fast, the rest has to keep
It's
up.
impressive, to say the least. For a man your age, especially.
I did run a lot.
Those
I didn't
are
really
some
think about it.
stylish shoes, too, by the way. Those
No!
loafers.
My
It'd be hard to run indoors like you do.
So what are your powers exactly?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be these powers
Yes,
of abuse?
although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
I don't know why anyone would take a bribe.
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you ensure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Wait, so if I kill someone while
You
on
have
duty?
to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies.
Interesting.
It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Have you ever killed anyone,
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
He says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
Have I killed
That's an
anyone?
improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
I don't know if I really want to know.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
Oh, nice. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Didn't know you
I
smoked,
have
Kim?
a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
the addiction part of my brain is really funny, I think. How did you get so cool?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
The Moral Intern.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I didn't know. How would you describe
They're
it?
a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
What is their
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Who was Dolores
A
Day?
historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like them more?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarettes, a slim white thing in his fingers. Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. We've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest protecting bourgeoisie rights. Mutter silently. Immigrants, liberal kips, fucking men are turning into women. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. I mean, it would be within my leftist brain and get more XP if I say this,
No,
right?
we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez, most of them at least.
Okay, I didn't get
especially the
XP,
Union.
so that wasn't worth it.
Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Genrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Well, there we go.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Yes.
We can pick up where we left off tomorrow morning.
See you in the morning, Kim. All right.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
We did it.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other
It's
side.
a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed
Something
who?
to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
It is interesting. There actually are quite a few, like, candidates, you know, and I wouldn't say any one is, like, an obvious red herring. Like, I guess I need to find out. I don't know if I ever did. Was the car pileup here before the murder? Like, when was the bridge actually raised and blocked them off? Because there is the angry racist guy. Like, he could have killed him as an attempt to maybe break the Union. And that was where my thought first went. But now, like, the Union organizer could have done it to try to break the Union. And then, I mean, the obvious ones, I guess, are the foremen, which are literal criminals. But that almost feels too easy, you know? Too easy. It's going to be interesting. Fall
Your
asleep.
breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh? I meant the one below. Oh, it's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, Do you remember the love of your life? Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from
You're
this.
not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet. Grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
How'd you sleep, buddy?
Good going, buddy.
God, what the hell was that?
Just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for sleep.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
That's fun. wonder if Kim's already downstairs.
The door is closed. Still no answer. Still nothing. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Yeah, it makes sense. I didn't want to harass that lady, but I hadn't tried it before. Oh, shit. It's like open.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
So many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders' Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Alrighty. Hey, I wanted to talk to this guy, actually. Wait, what's that? Tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind the door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself.
Do you know what's behind the door?
He looks up at you.
Do you know what's behind the door?
Do
you know what's behind the door?
He looks up at you, then look.
Hey, the gardener. How are you doing
Let
today?
me handle this.
Woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before the
You
video.
seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I mean no trouble. I'm just here to do my job, that's all.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Punch the man standing in the middle of a room.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all this?
Obviously, I'm a lawyer, a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
What? But she was a gardener. I mean, isn't that like a massive red flag? She was literally talking about being at the crime scene extensively, gardening. And now she's also their lawyer? Like, that's massively suspicious. What if I want to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
I mean, you and I both know that's not entirely true.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us. And now you represent murder suspects, just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. I don't know the best approach on this one. Let's just do the questions. Some, yeah. Sometimes. Alright, Titus.
This is where you say your bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy Boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
The Hardy Boys.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man from the corner with the plectrum hanging from his neck.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
His gang tattoos. The man must be either Mesk or Sarah Mazarian. Elysium.
You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Kind of my job.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes. Why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
So you just confessed to the murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
The fixer turns to remind us.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, Your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Who called the
Are
shots
you
that night?
deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
This is an interesting tactic. She's not applying to the guilt. If I say Titus, I want to make Titus self-incriminate, right? So I should accuse one of the other ones, and then he could be like, that fucker, no, it was me, you know? So I'm going to call Fat
The
Angus.
sweaty man turns red and looks first down, then around him, apologetically.
It's not the fat ass. Titus runs
Exactly.
the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences.
Yep,
But
I
on
got
that
him.
night,
I got him.
they all
That was what I
acted
wanted.
As one man.
Why?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary. That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on. How do you even know he was... Well, he's saying he can't prove it. What did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
Kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. Loud before anything else could happen.
That's not what you said.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
I don't really want to escalate. I obviously can't. You murder him just like that, no remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
How'd you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of
Titus,
screams.
You don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Where did this overpowering
Weren't
happen?
you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
How'd you manage to overpower
With
him?
numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Do I come back to this, or do I go ahead and roll it?
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Damn.
Like what, Copper? Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Wise move.
Yeah.
You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
So what are we going to do now? I don't know if I can... Like, I think I went through every option.
Why? So am I. Now, we hang...
Didn't they
This is where an autopsy would come in handy.
Titus.
We over...
Then we...
Make them a bit more uncomfortable
Yeah.
first. Then see if...
Like what?
Yeah, I can't ask it again.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, they could be protecting
You've
someone.
heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent.
I'm not.
Has great results.
I'm not gonna
You're
do the gun
probably
thing.
right. The others are only there for filler. To make the gun thing pop.
Oh, no.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito. For God's sake, stop shouting! Stop crashing into people in my establishment! Stop provoking those oafs! They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat. Of course it concerns me if you make this kind of...
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
We are deep in forest territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Well, you didn't exactly give me great option. All right. So we need to check the body more, but I need to get the body down, don't I? Oh my God, he's still here.
The man before you is naked, but...
Of course. You have question. Come back later.
Yeah, I think I've exercised everything I can, so it's just we need to get the damn body down. Okay, well... I'm kind of thinking that this makes a really good stopping point, because there's a lot that just happened, and I don't want to get too deep. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I am gonna just go ahead and leave it here. Could have grabbed the gun. That didn't sound like a good idea. All right, hit and save. Yeah, we're gonna stop here for today, and we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, and we'll continue to make some progress. That kind of 2 to 6 time frame. So, yeah, had a lot of fun though. That was a lot of fun. And the game's really starting to get interesting. I was a little nervous after the first session that it, like,